Rain, rain, go away. Won't you come some other day? Welcome back to Carolina Saltwater Living, formerly Piney Woods Homestead. For those of you that have been watching us for several years now, it's a rainy day, y'all, and we love to fish. Miss Lisa especially. So this rain's supposed to be moving out by 10 a.m. So we are banking on that, the weatherman being right. We got a little rain gear. Hopefully we don't catch pneumonia, but we're going fishing. This is going to be a catch, clean, and cook, y'all. We got supper plans already, but I think a little fish should go with this meal pretty good tonight. But y'all, the rain's coming down pretty good. It's going to stop. It's going to stop. I got a little bit of faith that it's going to stop. Guys, thanks for stopping in. Let's get out to the inlet. Made that, it's about a mile walk. Need to actually map it. At least half mile, not a little more. Didn't even have to stop this time, y'all, and it's raining, humid. That's just a benefit of this lower elevation for me. I'm gonna put out a couple of these things, get to fishing, but there's nobody out here. We could have stayed home and thought, well, maybe it's gonna rain, maybe it's not. Rain's already slacking up. What a beautiful scene we would have missed had we not taken time. Just come on. Tide's just starting to roll in, and last week when we fished, that was the perfect time to actually come out. The bite was on. So fish don't care if it's raining, y'all. They're already wet. It's us humans that don't like to get wet. So see if we can catch a bluefish, get some fresh bait. We're using squid and shrimp. If we can get a blue on here, I guarantee you we'll catch something good. Tell everybody what your one job was this morning.
Well, drinks and snacks, except I don't really have many snacks because of some certain person.
What happened? What happened this morning?
I don't know.
I said, honey, I'm getting everything on the truck. You're in charge of drinks and snacks.
Yes, and I got the cooler, and you you had your thermos as I went out of the room. So I assumed you were, fixing your own thermos, but apparently not, and so it's my fault that you don't have your thermos. But it's your fault that I don't have good snacks.
Got a little bit of water. And I'm gonna share that Pepsi with you. While I was blabbering about snacks, tell them what we missed.
See what happens when you give me a hard time? There were dolphins too, maybe 10 feet off the shore.
Yep.
Like just right here at us.
Right here at us. Oh well, maybe we can get a clip of dolphins later. Something on here. Something on. Feels like a bluefish. Oh man. That's a good blue. Nope, that's a whiting. That's a keeper whiting. Thank God for that. That makes for a good catch, clean, and cook. What do you think it is? I'm on the board. That's a keeper whiting. All right, that's a good sign, isn't it? And he got every bit of my bait. So he got his last meal. He's gonna be my meal. Lisa is finally on the board. Pick that little fish up. Pick that fish up.
I may have hooked him reeling it in, to be honest.
That's a little whiting. Nah, he took it.
Did he?
At least you caught one.
Caught one.
Caught one.
Yeah.
We've been getting a little bit down. We've been out here for an hour and a half. I caught that first nice whiting really quick. And now the bite's been slow, but now that you've caught one, we're gonna keep fishing, aren't we?
Yeah.
Just a little bit longer.
I don't give up.
Just a little bit longer. All right, let's get back to it. All right, the best fish of the day, guys. We didn't fish that long. We fished for 3 hours this morning. All that we caught were whiting, and we brought home the one keeper that I caught. I'm gonna clean it. I'm gonna scale it this time, gill it, and we're gonna do a whole fish barbecued in the oven. So a little something different than you've seen the baked fish that we've done in the past. So let's get him washed up and ready for the oven. So this whiting is actually called a kingfish. That's the technical, I guess, the actual name for this. There's different types of whiting. We call them whiting here on the coast. Some people call them, I think, sea mullet or Virginia mullet. I could be wrong on that, but call them whiting, but it's a kingfish according to the state. And according to if you look on like the wildlife website. But I am going to scale this fish. And the scales, if you run your fingers like that, it's rough. If you run them like that, it's slick. That's why you can't hold on to one. You just want to squeeze out of your hands. But it's got a lot of pretty colors in it. I don't know if the camera really picks it up, but there's some blues and purples up here and a bunch of silver. But the meat is just white, like white meat chicken. Chicken of the sea. But a little $2 scaler like this is all you need to get the scales off. You can do it with the back of a knife too. But I'm going to scale the whole thing here. Clean the inside out. Take the gills out. And then the whole thing is going to get a barbecue sauce. Real thick sauce put on it, homemade, and then put into the oven at 225 until it is ready. It'd take about 2 hours. All right, after the scales are off, I take the fish, take my knife, and run straight down, we'll call it the brisket, but right down here at the collar. We're going to run that knife all the way through, down, past that little port right there that they use for excrement. I know it sounds great, but we're going to clean this fish out. All you got to do is reach in there and pull it out. All right, one whiting totally cleaned out. You can see right there. Still got the head on because there's a lot of flavor in there. We're going to eat every bit of meat that this fish will provide. All right, a real simple barbecue sauce. It's going to be thick, but we're starting with a thin ingredient, really the most important. This is an Eastern North Carolina style sauce that I make homemade from my father's recipe, and I'll kind of show you what it looks like as it's pouring out here. It's vinegar, peppers, some secret ingredients that I can't disclose, but it's really good. And we're going to ketchup it up just a little bit, and that's going to be our thickening. Plus we want a little bit of that tomato that's in there, and the sweetness, and honey. That's what I prefer to make barbecue sauces with for the sweet portion of the sauce. That's it. We're going to whisk this together really good and then coat that fish and get it in an oven at 225 going to cook a few hours. All right, Lisa was kind enough to bring this fish in. Put some plastic wrap around it for me. And we're going to take this whole fish and put it into this 9 by 13 baking dish. And I'm not worried about its head sticking up a little bit. And we're going to take this barbecue sauce that I just made. We're going to start by coating the inside with this sauce all the way up to the cheeks. And then we're going to coat the sides down to the tail. You can make barbecue out of just about anything. And I know this is not cooked on a smoker barbecue, but y'all, this is going to be pretty doggone good. After you get it slathered up in the barbecue sauce, it's going to go straight into that oven. And there's not going to be a need to baste this later. It's cooking slow, y'all. It's going to stick to the fish. And what little bit's left here, just pour right over it. Barbecued fish, can you see that? Eyeballs and everything. How much would you pay me if I ate one of these eyeballs? Honey?
Don't do it.
So barbecued fish, and the skin's on this time. Nice sticky barbecue sauce. Let's have a taste. Get some of that sauce off the. That's a good way to do it right there, y'all.
It smells good.
Just a totally different flavor than fried fish or just the regular baked fish. And the flavor soaked down into the meat through the skin as those oils from the skin went down through it. It's very good. Even the skin, even though it's not crispy because it was a slow bake and it's got that wet barbecue sauce on it, still is really good. Got a little chew to it, and I like texture. But look at this. Hard to beat the old Southern Kingfish. So good, guys. Guys, we hope that you've enjoyed this video. We sure have enjoyed fishing, haven't we?
We have.
More to come too, guys. Y'all have a good day and a great week. And Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high, we will see you on the next one.